Guys, bringing up the desktop. Hopefully, we will not have any technical issues. So far today, it's been pretty good. I think yesterday was mostly good too, right? Nope. Yesterday morning, we had some technical issues. I got something I'm going to read. Pretty astounding for me. I don't know um, if it's going to be astounding for everyone. Well, you guys having quite a conversation. Got Zugi tried to make egg drop soup. It's really scrambled egg soup. Everything that I make with eggs turns into scrambled eggs. Well, I don't make anything with eggs anymore. Everything I used to make with eggs. Let's see. It tastes okay though. I would imagine, however it turns out, it would probably taste the same, wouldn't it? I mean, it's all about ingredients. Cat says we nap. The man is laughing. What's up, Amanda? Like toddlers. Amanda says, so beautiful cat. And how's handsome Jack? Amanda says, Yogi, 1 minute late. Yeah, I was a little bit late. I was talking to a mutual friend of ours, doing some breath work. Maybe we'll do some breath work tonight. I'm wondering if anyone's interested in doing some self-inquiry, of asking some deep questions of ourselves. Amanda says, woke up 2 hours ago, 2:27. A teaching tool. Everything is. Amanda says, Yogi's 2 minutes late, so I think I'm rubbing off on him. Hey, Big Al. Oi, oi. Nice to see you, my friend. Hey, Grumpy Sapper has a song that he tagged me in that absolutely beautiful. It was inspired, Cat and Jack. It was inspired by this morning's members only session. Hey, Michael. Michael says, hey there, Yogi. Hey there, Michael. Michael says, gave you a sub, Al. Nice. Everyone is saying hi. Kat says, I did the yogi breath and then napped. It was lovely. Which one did you do? The 4-8. Hey, Kat, have you ever tried Yoga Nidra? I am uncertified in Yoga Nidra, meaning I've taken the Yoga Nidra certification class, but have never taken the final exam to get my certification. I don't know why. Our friend Bumblebee T keeps urging me to do it. I just never knew if I had doubts about my voice being able to lead people into those deep states of relaxation. Man, it's Samson Yogi. How are you doing? I am doing pretty okay. Michael says, "Hey, Cat and Jack." Big Al says, "We can all have a crush, Amanda." Mine just happens to be you. There you go. Let's see. Amanda says, "I assured you out, Yogi. Trouble will be coming now." There's always some kind of trouble. We handle it like we handle everything. Ashwagandha. Ashwagandha. You got it. I haven't taken that for a while. The Wuji breath. Gotcha. Uji. It's actually, some say Ujai, some say Uji. I originally always said Ujai, but my last instructor would always say, by the way, that head toss is a remnant of once having hair. That's the problem. You know, when you have long hair, let's see. Exomi says, yeah, don't know what's going on. Join the club. What's up, Pancake? How are you, my friend? So, you know, when you had long hair and you'd have the habit of flipping your head back, and occasionally I find myself still flipping my hair back. People generally think I'm having some sort of spasm, a little bit of a seizure. Amanda says slow to pancakes. So here are some options. We can do some more breath work. We can do pancake abs with good brother. Nice. We can do some self-inquiry. Very important. Self-inquiry is jhana yoga. G-H-A-N-A. Some people throw an extra H. Exomi says, "Oh, I understand what this is now." That makes one of us. Miss Michael says, "Exomi, just a chat. Talk about almost anything." That sums it up. Let's see, Amanda says, so we should do a double live again? You mean you live streaming while I live stream? Kimmy says, are you familiar with Wim Hof breathing techniques? I am familiar with the Wim Hof breathing techniques. I don't teach them, though. They are specific to Wim Hof and Wim Hof instructors and practitioners. Some people who come in here actually really like it a lot. What's up there, Reaper?
Yogi.
How are you?
I'm doing great. I was gonna work 10 hours today, but there was like a decision wasn't made, so they cut it to 8 hours.
Oh, nice, good for you.
But so yeah, Thursday. You know, it was a horrible drive this morning because it was raining like crazy, cats and dogs.
Right.
And then so
I
yeah,
know
just
you're.
stopped on by to say hello.
I know that you're all about the finances right now.
Yes.
Making money while you can make some money. But every once in a while,
Yes.
you need an 8 hour day just to recoup and relax, and you know what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah. So they've been yeah, I was on that like maybe a month ago, and then they cut her 10 hours. But now since I am on now in my third, I guess big pillar over here at the new airport in San Diego. Um, I got picked, and then my teammate got picked to do that one. So if you ever come to San Diego, Yogi, which you guys go to that airport, man, it's amazing. It looks so amazing in there. It's crazy. You guys are gonna have like 100 restaurants in there. It's 3 stories,
Wow.
three and a half, 3.5 stories. This airport is gonna be gigantic, and then in 2026 they're gonna tear the old one down and rebuild that one.
When's it going to be open?
2020. September. This September is the opening. They're gonna open this airport in San Diego, the new one.
You know what? I might just fly out there and like just walk up to people and say, "Hey, you know what? My friend Reaper made this."
Yeah, you never. I'd probably be right there, just standing right there. It's a huge wall. I'm gonna try my best to take really good pictures of the final because there's still people working and it's still a little messy, but it's all coming together now. It's just so amazing to see what humans can do. You know,
Right.
it's so crazy.
It is. I agree. And it keeps
But
getting more.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
we
yeah.
just technically we keep making these giant leaps of what we can create.
Exactly, like the pyramids, right? Like, can we make another pyramid? You think we could do that?
Here's what I want. We're building some great airports, but let's make sure those airplanes stay in the sky a little bit. You know, they've been
Yeah,
dropping out.
just they've been dropping like yeah, I heard. So crazy story since we're talking about that. So they have the Navy station is literally across the we could literally see it. So about 3 weeks ago, excuse me, about 3 weeks ago there was a jet that literally just went phew, straight into the ocean. It was at like 5 minutes before our lunch break. So if I would have stepped out, I probably would have seen that explosion happen. It would have
Wow.
been crazy.
Hey,
Yeah.
Amanda says that you are amazing, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate you. Salute.
Hey, Thangdo, how are you? Thangdo, send some love. We got let's see. Ox says hello, everyone. Says hello, Amanda. How are you?
Thank you, guys. Thank you. So
Getting
yeah,
some new
Yogi,
people.
what are you up to? What are you guys discussing for today's topic? Is it anything?
We were talking. A friend, Exomi, was asking about Wim Hof. You ever do any Wim Hof breathing?
Uh-uh.
I think you'd like it.
I have no idea what that is.
He's a Wim Hof is a I think he's Danish. I think he's from Denmark. Hey, Vern, and he does this very specific breathing, mainly for people like you, for athletes, extreme people, and it helps performance. You get more reps.
Wow. I like me some more reps now.
Yeah, that's right up your alley. Hey, toy pups. Oops, Selma's here. And we talk about the regular stuff: breath work, yoga, meditation. The same
Well,
stuff I've been
I
talking
know this
about for
is
him.
so. So this is probably way over here to the right of the conversation. Football, Yogi. The Raiders are looking good. We got a new coach, new general manager. It's Pete Carroll. Pete Carroll, the oldest NFL coach, but the man has more energy than a freaking 15-year-old.
Well,
So
I said this last year. They beat the Ravens, right? The Raiders.
yeah,
And the Raiders went to the playoffs, which
yeah.
shows that
When
the
that
Raiders
was
the Raiders can beat any team out there. They just need to be consistent about it.
yeah, definitely consistent. Consistency. We've been looking for consistency for about 22 years or 23 years, but I think Pete Carroll is gonna bring that. I hope, man. I just hope. I hope. I'm so sick of losing. But
Vern says down with Oakland.
hey, now Oakland Raiders. If you guys want to see Yogi yell Raiders, you go check out his short videos. The man is right there.
I'm there. The
So
only
good
time
for
I've ever
Yogi for
yelled.
that one.
For those in the chat, by the way,
Yeah.
the only person I talk football with is Reaper. That's it. I don't talk about it with anyone else.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mainly because they don't know anything about it, except for older football. However, I will talk burpees with anyone.
Oh yeah.
I don't do a ton of
Definitely.
burpees right now, except with Jace on Sundays, but I still keep them in as my warm up. Right now, I'm making that kettlebell comeback.
There you go. Yeah, you're looking solid, Yogi. I see your workouts, man. You're looking like $1 million, man.
Thanks, appreciate that. Not bad for a month away from 60.
There you go. That's just a number, Yogi, right?
It is definitely. I told you when you turned what was it? When you turned 40, I said this is going to be the best decade of your life.
You know, I thought, yeah. I mean, the body does definitely feel a little different, but I'm picking up steam now, Yogi. So I'm coming, man. I'm coming.
Got 1,000 reps. You see, Brian Lane did another Holy Grail.
Yeah, he did. Brian Lane, hey, all Brian Lane needed to do, because he was questioning himself, and we're like, Brian Lane, bro, you're crazy. You can do it, no
Hey,
problem.
Josh.
And he did it. Now he did it again. So when you reach those crazy numbers, you want to do it over and over and over again.
Hey, do you know how old Unk is?
He's either 60 or getting close to 60.
I wonder if I'm older than
He
him.
keeps saying, I think you might be, Yogi.
Because that gives me the opportunity to be the oldest person to do the Holy Grail.
There you go. Because he always says on his shorts, closer to 60. So
Right.
I'm thinking he's not 60.
Yeah, that's true. And I'm about as close as you can get, man. I'm a month away.
Ooh, there you ago. 1 month. Okay, I gotta keep that in my memory. That way I don't forget your birthday, Yogi.
Well, we've been celebrating it thanks to Jace, thanks to Nightmare, thanks to Cat and Jack and Bumblebee T every single night, because they come in and they say, today's Eric's birthday.
Okay.
And then everyone says, oh, happy birthday, happy birthday. And I got to say, sorry, guys, it's not my birthday. And it happens every single day.
Well, there you go. You're gonna have a whole month. By the time it's your birthday, you're gonna be done, Yogi. I'm done.
The thing is, on my birthday, people are going to be like, yeah, sure. Yeah, we know how it is. It's not your birthday.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Hey, Jason.
Hi, Yogi. Well, hey, thank you for having me on your live once again, Yogi. I kind of actually just invited myself, but thank you for allowing me to still come in here and say hello, give you a big salute.
You were here on day one of my live streaming. It's an open door policy for you. You come in whenever you want for as long as you want.
Appreciate that, Yogi. Thank you very much.
Got it.
And yes, Yogi ain't lying. I have been right there with Yogi, man, from way back, guys.
Yep.
So, yeah, much love to you and respect, Yogi. And be safe out there, and I will see you guys later.
Yep, drive carefully.
Thank you. Peace, guys. Thank you, guys.
Our good friend, the Burpee Reaper, guys. Jason says, hey, brother Yogi. What's up, Jason? Someone says, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you, Selma. Fern says, I've got to start taking care of myself better. I've been doing walker dips and hurt my back. I'm just 37, but kind of fat. Hey, there's all kinds of people that can help with that. I have two people to suggest. Of course, our good friend Jace and our good friend Duncan Walsh Fitness Motivation, who has a 28-day, he calls it the fast track program. No equipment needed. Let's see. It says, I'm slowly translated. If you need me to say something over again, I'm always happy to. And it says, Vern, fat is sexy. Praveen, hello, my friend. How are you? Praveen says, he too is 37. I was 37 years old when I met Mocha. We got married when I was 40. Jason says, oops, I read that. Hey, Yogi brother. Nice to see you, Jason. Amanda says, bye, Reaper. We love you. Well, I know I do. We all love Reaper. Like he said, you know, him and I go way back in the burpee world. Hey, Leo, you just missed Reaper. We were talking some burpees. Vern says, I'm glad you're smiling, Summit. That makes us all happy. You're right about that, Vern, my friend. Let's see. Vasila says, go to bed and up with the streaming. So you're saying you're going to bed? Understandable. We have was that a French moo, Josh? Moi, moo, milk, moo, moo, moo. Mercy, hello, Mercy, my friend. How are you? It's nice to see you. I had you up on your live stream this morning. Always enjoy the opportunity to visit. Man, it says, laughing, love you, Yogi. Well, thank you. And our friend Selma is singing. Thank you, Selma. No one will take anyone away from you, Selma. Lama says, hi, Yogi. Hey, Lama. How are you? French brewing incoming. Margaret. I don't think I'm going to be able to say moo in French at all. Someone says, hi, Lama, my girl. Fern says, Mercy, just remember, oops. This use of past will come up, sun will come up again. What did I miss? I apologize. Mercy says she feels depressed today. I'm sorry I missed that comment, Mercy. And Josh, thank you for bringing that to my attention. Was it Josh? Hey, Abigail. Hey, T. Oh, Vern. It was Vern. Sorry, you brought that to my attention. Thank you. So, Mercy, is there anything we can help you with, my friend? Or sometimes it's enough just to be sometimes enough just to be with people. Thank you, Leo. Yogi said so. I like that. Thank you so much, my friend. Much appreciated. The great Leo is in the house. I hope you guys follow Burpees and Chill, not just for the outstanding reps, which they are the best in the game. Um, all he does, he'll have some really entertaining stuff. Him and Poor Man. I haven't seen Poor Man in a while. Come to think of it, they did a hot chip challenge, and it was really good stuff. I tell you what, Leo, I enjoy your both. You and Reaper. I enjoy your drive and chat. Lama says, "I miss you too, Selma." We got a Welsh moo. How does that? What makes that Welsh, Josh? So I apologize if I've missed a comment, guys. Amanda says B needs bananas. We got some more moo. I'm waiting for the Welsh. Evan says, "Does Mocha ever think you're condescending?" You'd have to ask Mocha. If she comes in, you could ask her. I would never, for me to speak and say no, would be condescending. I would imagine that in 23 years of being with Mocha, that she's thought almost everything about me at one time or another, all with good reason. Praveen says, "Bye bye, sir." Praveen, thank you for coming in, my friend. Always appreciated. Muguer? Muguer. Is that Spanish? Lama says, "I'm drawing a sunset right now." Wow, pretty. I like sunsets. I'll tell you what, I'm partial towards sunrises. We got a smiley face from our friend Ox. Thank you, my friend. Vern has a no banana policy. Sunsets are very dramatic. Sunrises are most of the time, they're more subtle. Abigail says hi to Vern. Josh says 480 away, 480 subs, 20 away. Is anyone here not subscribed to our friend Josh? Someone says Bumblebee T has a stinger in her butt, just for Harrison. Theo says, "I appreciate that, Yogi. Have a great day." You too. Leo, you got some reps coming up? Welsh has an accent. Gotcha. Hey, I was just talking about you. Hey, Vern, our Billion Dollar Syndrome, Duncan Walsh is here. This is Duncan Walsh, who has the fast track program that I was just mentioning. So, Vern, go visit billiondollarsyndrome.com. Feel free to ask any questions to our friend Duncan Walsh right here. He is he's as experienced as he can get as a athlete and as a trainer, as a coach. You won't find any more helpful information than Duncan Walsh. Josh is saying hello to everyone. Abigail says, that's double tapping. It's free to tap. Thank you, Abigail. Evan says, what do you think she would, what do I think she would think? Well, again, I don't want to risk sounding condescending by saying that I would, Mocha would think this or that. Even the worst Mocha and I have ever been through, and obviously we're divorced. So even at the worst, Mocha's always liked me. She has never disliked me. She's been highly annoyed by me for good reason. And she's always loved me. I've never had any doubt whatsoever that Mocha loved me. Um, and she's not a mean-spirited person at all. Um, so I don't think she ever would think that I was condescending. I've been as genuine with her as I've ever been with anyone. I have been, I have allowed myself to be more wounded in her presence than I've ever allowed myself to be wounded to anyone before. Let's see, Amanda says spam in the chat. But hey, if she comes in, you guys, she's always been free. Ask her anything, you know? Michael says, I'm almost at the 500 club. I'm currently sitting at 5. Oh, you're already there. Oh, almost out. I missed that part. Way to go, Michael. We're going to get you in that 1K. Evan says, living with a woman is why I'm asking. So, you know what, Evan? Here's the important thing. When you're able to, ask yourself before you speak, am I being condescending? Review your past history. Have I been condescending? And review your intentions. Do I think I will be condescending again? And what can you do just to bring awareness to those moments where it might happen? Hey, Ringo Dingo, how are you, my friend? Appreciate you being here. Abigail says, love you guys. We love you too, Abigail. Abigail says, no spam in the chat. Amanda says, Josh, only adults on my channel. Thomas says, I love sunsets. They are beautiful, aren't they? Ringo says, Amanda, you good? Josh says, I'm old enough to drive. I'm 19. I'm an adult. Yep. Amanda says she's always good. Vern says, I appreciate Yogi and Duncan. So, yeah, he has programs suitable for anyone, from brand new beginners or those a little more experienced in any shape, and they're all scalable and no equipment necessary. Lama says, to get a red sunset, just wear sunglasses. This is true. Ox says, yep, I am slowly understand and can't keep up in conversation. You and me both. My friend, I can't keep up in the conversation either. And it says, Jeff, sorry, but you don't look that old or act that old. And it says, but everyone here will sub to you. Evan says, how did you meet Milka? She came into the store that I was a manager at. I was working at a supplement store. Assistant manager. It was a vitamin shop. And she came in just after a therapist appointment. And she was looking for natural alternatives to antidepressants. And I said, I could show you some. However, believe it or not, and this was 23 years ago, there are other means of helping. That you could learn some breath work, you could learn some yoga, and you could learn how to meditate. And I will give you some book suggestions. You can pick them up. There was a bookstore right across the street. You can pick them up at the bookstore. And we chatted. I gave her my email. Never expected to hear from her again. A month or so later, she sent me an email. We met up, had some coffee together. She was interested in working out, so maybe a day or two later, I took her to the gym with me. Never even had a clue that she was even remotely interested in me. I was in monk-like mindset. I was still relatively freshly sober. This was in 2002. So it was about 3 years into my sobriety. And all I was doing was writing, meditating, working out, and running. Um, no interest whatsoever in a relationship. But uh, Milka was um, persuasive. And, you know, she had her own brokenness that she brought to me. I had my own brokenness as well. And this, our pieces fit together. Big Al says, I love you too, Amanda. Amanda says, I love you all. Yep, we love you too. Hey, Mohammed. Mohammed, how are you? Hello, my friend Yogi and all friends here. Welcome in, Mohammed. Josh says, sub-billion dollar. We get a smiley face from our friend Ox. Thank you, Ox. That and Vern, I'll explain in my next live. Evan says my thyroid is offset, so I take kelp pills. Yep, kelp is supposed to be very good for that. Muhammad says so to Abigail. There are some yoga postures that will help with the thyroid as well. Let me know if you're interested, and I could try to put together a little routine. Sorry, guys, things are sloshing around. Michael says, did you say burpiness? I don't think I said burpiness. Neighbor says, offering a woman your email with his Yegi. Remember, though, this was in 2023. I didn't have a cell phone until, I think, 2010-ish, somewhere around there. We got some love for Mercy. Thank you, Mercy. Mercy, we are here for you, my friend. Bert says, oh, you need live? You're gonna send me like a baby bird? What have I stepped into? So what's up, Nightmare? Evan says, when I stopped doing Coca-Cola, I instantly started jogging. It helped me out so much. I've been clean for almost 4 years. Running is awesome therapy. Physical therapy, mental therapy, spiritual therapy. Muhammad says hello to Amanda. Nightmare says, please don't tell me you gave her your AOL. I did not give her my AOL. Back then, I had Comcast. To be honest, AOL is relatively, well, not relatively, maybe I might have had it for about 10, maybe 15 years. It used to be a Verizon account. Verizon did away with their email service here. So they, instead of being Verizon, they, I guess, were affiliated with AOL. So my Verizon naturally switched to AOL. I think I've explained this before. True story. Ox says, bye-bye. Just smile. Thank you, my friend. Nightmare says, not good, Yogi. My shoulders become painful. Let's fix it. We can fix it. Muhammad says, Bumblebee, hello. And how are you? I hope fine. Amanda says, Yogi, you know me? I do. I do. Let's see. Michael says, no idea why I heard it, but I was going to make a thing. But I'm going to make a thing. Of course, you got to make a thing. It wouldn't be our live stream if we didn't make it a thing. Josh says, bye bye, pretty people. Goodbye, Josh, my friend. Burn says, Cat, sorry you went through that. Let's see, what did I miss? Praveen says, awesome, heart touching, real story. Thank you, Praveen. Oh, Cat, here it is. I'm sorry, I missed you. Cat says, I'm sorry, Yogi, but the idea that he's broken. For being my friend, thank you so much. Um, the idea that he's broken and I'm broken and together we make each other whole has only led to divorce me. Well, Kat, I'm divorced too. Um, so you might be absolutely right about that. However, um, one thing I want to put there is I never said we make each other whole. I said that our pieces fit well together. Our broken pieces fit well together. Um, and I think that's true. But I've long since uh, conversations with Mocha about the same thing that you're saying. That I will never be able to complete anyone. No one will ever be able to complete me because we are already complete. Not in and of ourselves, but I mean complete altogether. Um, so yeah, I definitely understand what you're saying. I think if we approach each other that way, but remember, this was in my early days of sobriety, and this was Mocha was coming out of several bad relationships. She was she grew up in a very emotionally unstable household. So, in retrospect, she was in therapy. We might have been better off in therapy together, but we managed to feel our way through. See, Ox says, Amanda, love you. I think when we've come to this point now um, is we're able to view each other's brokenness. And Kat, you've heard me talk about this before, that we've been very much been able to turn this into a holy relationship. T's lurking in the background. He says, oh, thank you, T. Supplement time. Hey, Sab. I didn't see you come in. Nightmare says, I found a woman to get in my way. Well, it depends on what we're doing. I have probably gotten in the way more than anyone's gotten in my way. That's probably true. Hey, Shahai, how are you, my friend? Hello, Yogi brother. It's nice to see you. Big Al says, that's no good, B. I have 6 difficult sessions coming up. Let's see. T says, Sab, I saw you on Matt's Live. You look very dapper. T says, nice haircut. Shahai says, how are you, brother? Shahai, I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Nightmare says they talk too much. Yeah, that could be pretty good though. Outside of live streaming, I'm a fairly silent person. Menace says Sab is the winner. He got it right. Hey, Adam, Sweating and Smiling is here, says hello, everyone. I was talking about you earlier, Sweating and Smiling, about aquariums. That you and Maddie, uh, no F's, no for all, no mercy, um, and one other person, and now I can't remember who it was, uh, are like some of the best aquarium channels. I know people don't think of Sweating and Smiling as an aquarium channel, but they are. Jahai says, I'm good. Great. Full Truth Season, how are you? Let's see. Roadblock says hi. Roadblocks noob at Roadblocks Piggy Games and Granny One. Man, I thought I had a long name. Someone Smiling says it's still a work in progress. I got to figure out the best way to display them. Hey, if you see our friend Maddie, no F's, no frills, no mercy, he might have some suggestions for you. Shahai says, so my YouTube family. Nature Sweet Sentence says, Nature, hi, hey, Toy Pups. I'm missing all kinds of people. Oh, thank you, Kat. It was Elfish. The big three. Let's see. Roblox says, bro, I have 1K. Awesome. Congratulations. How are your watch hours? Flip Up says, guys, we're at 39,400 subscribers. Hoping you reach 40,000 by April. Let's do it by your birthday. Sab is saying hi to everyone. Thank you, Sab. Have I missed anyone coming in? Yep, I have. I've missed Mama Chris, Nature's Dog Realms. Sorry about that, my friend. I thought I heard someone say hello to nature, so it had to be you. So I was backtracking up there. Is anyone here? It's a ridiculous question. Not subscribed to Love Our Toy Pups. The reason why it's ridiculous is because she's just popular. Everyone should be subscribed to. The entire internet should be subscribed to Love Our Toy Pups. But just because there's a chance that someone isn't, check and make sure. Sometimes we're so familiar with people, we see them all the time, that we discover that we're not subscribed to them after all. Sab says, included the legend. That is me. Well, legend might be overstating it, but thank you, Sab. Sab, how are you? Chris says it's okay. Thank you. Beautiful waterfall. Nemmer says 40K subscribers is insane, Toy Pups. How long have you had your channel? She hasn't had it for all that long. Toy Pup says my puppies are going to be 2, so almost 2 years. As she said, she had some of her shorts go viral, and shorts get you subscribers. She's been, since I've known her, her message has been the same. Guys, if you want to grow your channel, shorts. Shorts will do it. Got to take my supplement. Thank you for reminding me, T. Big Al says, yeah, B, I'm getting a lot of help. Hey, sometimes we need it, Big Al. Honestly, for me, that says so much about you that you're are seeking and accepting help, because a lot of times we don't. Sometimes it seems the more wounded we are, the less we will actually accept or reach out. Namer says, that's amazing, Toy Pups. Good job. Staff says, I'm rather good this week. My friend, I have manifested what I need in life. I should have an apartment this time next week. Awesome. I became the director. Way to go, Stab. Flip Up says, from March to October, then that channel got deleted. So restarted, read in October to now 39,000. Amanda is back. She says, who missed you? Everyone missed you. Praveen says, I too monetize my channel from shorts only. 10 million views with 90 days to get monetized. Incredible. YouTube criteria. Our friend Praveen is another one. If you want to grow your channel, listen to his advice. He's just so on point. And he will tell you anyone can do it. Hard work, consistency. Know what you want, what your channel is about. Then it says, I'm getting a stove today for the animals film. I got tired of cooking over here without one. That sounds convenient. Abigail says hi to Bumblebee T. Oh, so director of his company I made this year, I'm building a community project workshop. That's awesome, Sab. It could not have happened to a nicer guy. Shahai sends us some love. He says, Sab, what's the project about? Good question. Tip Up says, we grow subscribers to shorts, so it's a lot of work. And both you and Praveen have really, really clever shorts, really work of arts. And I can't say that without also adding how impressed I am with our friend Cat and Jack's shorts. They are literally jaw-dropping beautiful, um, if they're not funny, and just amazing, amazing. And it says, see, at least Yogi misses me. I did. Praveen says, thanks, Yogi, sir. You're welcome, Praveen. Fern says, yay, Sab, congratulations. Absolutely. Fern says, I always miss you, Amanda. Nightmare says, man, I wish I had the time to grow my YouTube channel. I really enjoy making videos, but mine's are heavily edited and take forever. That's not necessarily a bad thing, though. I I think a lot of times those who are good at editing, they have such beautiful channels. I'm gonna mention Cat and Jack again. I don't know how much editing you do, Cat, but they always seem so seamless. But your last one, when you were doing the card reading with the lesson of the day, and you open up the refrigerator and you're continuing the conversation, the whole thing was perfect. I mean, honestly, just perfect. He says, Nightmare, I have no idea how to edit. I've never edited anything. I don't say that proudly. I say that uh, fully admitting that I am lazy. I write something and I post it, and I post it on communities where, like Medium, where if people like it, I could I could end up getting paid. Um, and I go back and look at it later, and I think, why didn't I take the time to edit? Knowing the answer is because I'm lazy. Mocha used to argue, why do you say you're lazy? You wake up at 4 o'clock in the morning to write, um, to do yoga, to meditate, to write, to work out, and you say you're lazy? Because I'm selectively lazy. I love writing. And I know that if I allowed myself to do like some busy stuff and I put my writing off, I might miss it. I might go a day without writing, and I don't want that to happen. So, the stuff that I love, the stuff that I value, the stuff that's important to me, I wake up and I do it. But the little stuff, not so much. Hey, Tandra. Tanya says, hey to Bumble. Tandra, how are you? Nice to see you, my friend. Amanda says, sweet Vern, miss me. Steph says, community project workshop to help others build confidence on the tools, etc. Teach people some skills and offer support in day-to-day life stuff, but also give local businesses a chance to grow. Wow, that's awesome. What an opportunity for you to advance while you help other people at the same time. Kat says, thanks, Yogi and T. Absolutely, Kat. Tap says, I paid for my business to be on the company's house, government legit now. I am the director of a limited company. That's awesome. Chris says, I do simple editing. So what do you guys use? I know what Toy Pups uses, as she has suggested it for me. Nightmare says it's just time T. It's like everything else. If you put time into it, you'll get better. Tanja says, hey to Amanda. Sap says, I've been mad busy sorting my housing situation, viewing properties all week, and should have a 1 bedroom this time next week. Congratulations, Sap. I know that things have not always been easy for you. Nightmare says, sorry to hear that, T. Nightmare says, or I'm sorry, T says that she can't focus to learn a new skill at the moment because of my health. And Sap says, I haven't stopped. I need to chill when it's all done, then go hard at it again and build my dreams into reality. You're in the process and you're building momentum, which is important. What was it Thoreau said about building castles in the air? Was it castles in the sand? Let's look that up. I would look it up. I'm afraid of falling further behind in the chat. Hey, relaxing. Relaxing sends love to all. Bird says tap tap, I say. Abigail says, I love you guys. We love you too, Abigail. Anna Monica, I haven't heard of that. Those who do edit, I think it's a fascinating skill. Shahai says, Abigail, done connect. Give me 1 second, guys. We're gonna go over here to Thoreau. If I remember how to spell Thoreau. There we go. It's gonna come right up. So here's the thing about dreaming. This is Henry David Thoreau, an all-time favorite quote. If you have built castles in the air, your work need not be lost. That is where they should be. Now put the foundation under them. I got an even better quote. Patanjali. Patanjali is the author of the Yoga Sutras, which is about a 3,000-year-old yogic text, considered the handbook, the Bible of yoga, of the actuality of yoga, meaning yoga in its truest, purest sense of union, of connection. So this is going out. I've read this before to Toy Pups, but I'm going to read this now. I'm going to read it for Sab. I'm going to read it for Cat and Jack. I'm going to read it for Tandra and Mama Chris. Those who are on point right now are Praveen as well. Those who are on point in manifesting their dreams. So if I haven't mentioned you, I apologize. If you are on point of manifesting your dreams, if you're thinking, even if you're just considering, I would like to do something big, but I don't know what, I don't know how, I don't know if it's possible. I can tell you that it is possible. And you see people here who are literally doing it. This is from Patanjali. When you are inspired by some great purpose, some extraordinary project, all your thoughts break their bonds. Your mind transcends limitations, your consciousness expands in every direction, and you find yourself in a new, great, and wonderful world. Dormant forces, faculties, and talents become alive, and you discover yourself to be a greater person by far than you ever dreamed yourself to be. Ancient yogic wisdom, guys. But you got to allow yourself to be inspired. That's key. Someone ever came to me for advice, first off, I would say you're probably asking the wrong person. But I don't know. If I was ever asked to give a commencement speech, it would be very short. I would say be inspired. Be inspired. Inspiration is different than motivation. Hey, Willa. Willa said hi. Oh, Tandra, I see that you're talking about Liverpool. Um, this describes inspiration perfectly. You can break it down in spirit. But when you are inspired, your consciousness expands in every direction. You find yourself in a new, great, and wonderful world. Dormant forces, faculties, and talents become alive. You discover yourself to be a greater person by far than you ever dreamed yourself to be. So until you're inspired, you really don't know what you will do, what you'll be able to do. We got some love from Shahai. Thank you, Shahai. Willow says, "How are you, Yogi?" Um, Willow, I'm doing pretty good. How are you? Uh, Chris says, "So true. I love manifesting. It's an amazing gift that we have." Sab says, "Yogi, never doubt yourself. You are a true inspiration to many, my good sir." Thank you so much, Sab. I appreciate that. Do you know, I mentioned my first book today. When I was early on, 1999 or so, um, when I was putting my thoughts towards the end of a meditation, um, my book, which was not yet a book, it was written on a yellow legal pad, about as far away from a book as you can get. I saw a picture of my book in my head, just a flash. It went away. It would reoccur to me from time to time as I was working to get it published. And when I received my book, it looked exactly like that flash that I had. Let's see. Amanda says, "Forgot to tell you, Yogi, it's Boxer Day for all them men." So they take a picture of their boxes and post it. Let me know. Leave it up for 24 hours tomorrow. Underwear day for ladies. Oh, I thought you meant boxes. Because if anyone ever visits my Facebook page in the like about section, for some odd reason, it says I love boxes. Because I love boxes. It's boxes that I can put my stuff in. Good things come in boxes. I get to give people things in boxes. I would love to give you a photo of my boxes. All my boxes. Hey, Sam. Sam, how are you? So you're going to get, if I think about it, you're going to get an actual photo of my box. Some of my boxes. Let's see. Willa says, but it's good you're all right. Thank you, Willa. Willa, how are you? Oh, you're stressed. Well, we, in just a little bit, will do some breath work if you would like. Abigail says, what is everyone's favorite memory be? You know, we talk about this. Every memory that I have of Abigail is her coming into a live stream and being absolutely loving to everyone who comes in and letting us know that she's fabulous. And I love hearing when people are fabulous. What's up, Sam? So that's my favorite memory. And I get to relive it every live stream, Abigail. And I think that's awesome. Emma says, and Tandra, it's all just fun. Abigail says hi to Sam. Abigail says, hey, yo, and says, Willa says, but it's good. You're all right. Let's see. Amanda Zappin. So, Yogi, we got to see you in your boxers or undies. First off, you're assuming that I wear boxers or undies. It's a secret. Relaxing says, how are you, everyone? Beautiful friends. Relaxing, my friend, I am good. How are you? He says, hey, Squirrel. I'm sorry I missed you. Hi, Squirrel. I'm in the background doing some chores. Hope you're okay and be thinking of you tomorrow. Yes. Absolutely, Sniper. Sorry that I missed you. We are more than we suppose ourselves to be. Yes, we are. Tanya says, Nightmare. Yes, indeed. I think it was the first time we ever spoke. Sorry, guys. Nightmare says, yeah, true, Tundra. The crazy part is my own father supports Liverpool. So what's next? What's next in the football world? What are the big matches coming up? And you guys let me know who I should support. Big Al says, B, do you want me to comment on a video of yours? Sam says, I got a B in geography, but I was 1 mark of an A. Well, congratulations on the B. B is excellent. You're really close to that A. Tundra says, Nightmare are cool. Sam says, it's good. Menace laughing says, Sergey, want to see you. Oh, I read that already. He says, relaxing, I'm okay. I could be better, but life is what it is. Nightmare says, that's a wild thing to say, Yogi. I'm actually not saying anything, one way or the other. I'm just saying. Willow says, yeah, I asked, can we do some breath work for further up? I'm sorry, I missed that, Willow. And the answer is yes. We will always do breath work. Tony says, Yogi, I'm a bit worried if you send to Amanda, she's going to get too excited. For my boxes, I just had a box come in today. Oh, that reminded me. I wanted to read this. Pearls of the Cosmos. I think Scroll Sniper is going to like this. This is actually from a Facebook friend of mine. Neil Douglas Clotes, he is a Sufi mystic. He wrote the Sufi Book of Life. This is meditations on the Aramaic words of Jesus. Remember, Jesus didn't speak Greek, which was the first translation of the Bible. Jesus spoke Aramaic. Amanda says, I want to see a boxers still. Again, you're making the assumption that I have boxers. Abigail says, gorgeous people. So everything that we think that we've read in the Bible is not the actual interpretation. Amanda says, damn box again. That's funny to see. Yogi Spoon on him. T says, Big L, you on Facebook or above? Sab says, right, anyways, much love to you all. Straight back into manifesting. Got to write up a business plan, and give back a story to my dream plan. Awesome. Hey, Sab, keep us posted. And hey, we are manifesting with you, my friend. We're joining this. Your success is our success. Shahi is waving. Lucy, hey, Lucy. And it says, love you, Alan. Got 2 picks already on my post to men's boxers. Hey, speaking of tags, I was tagged in Grumpy Sapper's new song that he wrote, inspired by the members live stream that I did this morning. Cat and Jack was there. I really, Toy Pups was there. I really, really enjoyed it. So if you head on over to Grumpy Sapper, it's a beautiful song. Danny says, Yogi, we are missing here. No F's, the Frills, no mercy. We are. I'm going to be live for at least another 20 minutes, so maybe he'll show up. Well, maybe 15 minutes. Nightmare says, Yogi, I'll make a PSG fan out of you. Don't worry. You'll have PSG top on by next year. We can make that happen. Hey, Mary. Mary, how are you? Mary, she had a shakening experience today. Tanya says, has Vern participated this time? Mary says, home safe. The police are looking for the maniac. They're going to put him in jail. I saw that they were going to let you go, that you didn't have to wait any longer. And I'm glad for that, because I know that it was getting hard for you to just sit and wait like that. Amanda says, Verna didn't want to play socks, so now I'm going to do boxers. Lisa says, same, this is the only account I have. Amanda, people have pretended to be me. Yeah, believe it or not, we've had people pretending to be me. People have created just a yogi accounts. Weird. Someone created an account, just a yogi's ex-wife, not knowing. When I saw that, I had to laugh, and I mentioned, you do know my ex-wife is actually in the chat. Amanda says, I got to post up, Mary. 2 mil already. Mary says, I'm shook up. I bet you are. That's so Mary, we're in just a minute or two, we're going to do some breath work if you want to join in, because an experience like that puts you into that fight or flight, and just such an extreme case, it's hard to come back down from. Nightmare says, I'm uninformed, Mary, but sorry to hear you had a bad experience. Tanya says, Mary, oh, blimey, sorry to hear something bad happened. Mary said he was trying to get him to bring him there to identify him right away, but apparently the car is in someone else's name. I had a free stop at Walmart, Spark Home Depot, ordered to deliver. Abigail says, I hope your day is getting better soon, Mary. Thank you, Abigail. Amanda says, Eric, you got to pay Mary again on her live to get out of the Boxers undies today. Again, you're making the assumption that I even own boxers or briefs. I do, for the record, own a lot of long underwear for running in the cold. But that is last resort. Mary's laughing. Josh says it's 91. Wow, that's hot, Josh. That's too hot for March. Tanya says, Mary, have a cup of tea with sugar, even if you don't have sugar normally. T says, Mary, I'm glad you're safe. I'm so sorry you had to endure it. I hope police do take action. Hey, Rosie. How are you, my friend? Man, says tease. Willis says, Yogi, I have another question. Every day a new question. That's good, though. I don't know why. I just think about it. And then just, yeah. Always feel free to ask. Big Al says hi to Rosie. Nightmare says, Yogi, you're giving me pictures in my head I'd rather not have. I apologize. I don't blame you. Amanda says I can't type now. Big Al says, I'd love to see you in a thong, Amanda. Mary says, good point, Yogi. Time says, Amanda, get those boxes out of your head, off your head. So, guys, we're going to do some breath work. We're going to do some breath work for Willow. Mary, if you'd like to do some breath work with us as well. Anyone else like to do some breath work? Amanda says, Rosie, you're going to do boxer in a thong? I'd have to borrow a thong. And guess what, guys? Anyone who would willingly lend you a thong is a thong you don't want to borrow. Words of wisdom. If I've ever said one wise thing on my channel in the history of Just a Yogi doing burpees in his basement, if anyone ever steps up and says, "Oh, I got a thong I'll lend you," it's a thong you don't want. Willow says, "I'll be back. I will ask the question in a second." Got you. So when Willow comes back, we will do our breath work. Josh says, "Yogi, can I have food? I'm in the basement." No. No, well, yes. Yes, you can. You can. Josh, you can always have food. In the basement, in the attic, in the garage. I'm under the theory that a well-fed Josh is a happy Josh. He says, "Amanda, why don't you do breath work to calm down?" He says, "Hey, Yogi." Or, I'm sorry, Jamie says, "Yogi." This is why I get confused. I'm not misspeaking. I'm getting ready to read a comment and it jumps down. Kat says, "Let's do breath work." We will. As soon as our friend Willow, she said she'd be back in just a second. As soon as she's back. Jamie, how are you? Vern says, "Rosie, how dare you ignore me?" Vern will not be ignored, guys. He says, "Hey, Jamie, good to see you." Mary said, "Agreed." Let's see. All right. Willow is back, and her question is, we're going to do three things. I want to see Willow's question. We're going to do some breath work, and I just want to read the beginning of this. I think you guys, I'm going to read it tomorrow morning, too. Yogi in a thong is the best pic I'm going to see today. If you're picturing it, Jimmy says, "Just Yogi, good, thanks. Just got off my live. Nice. Hey, you've been getting some good numbers on your live streams." He says, "Rosie, he's grumpy. Maybe it's time for Vern." Willa says, "So I want to know, how did you find out how to do the breath work? Like, when did you think about it?" I'm just curious at this point. I don't know why just yet. All right, let me answer that, and then we are right into breath work. I don't know why. When I was about 11 years old, went to the bookstore with my parents on their payday. It was every 2 weeks, and we were once a month on those paydays allowed to buy a book. If it was like a little paperback, maybe sometimes two. If it was new, just one. And if I recall correctly, if it was like a hardcover, we might have to wait another month before we could do it again. Might have to like skip a month. Anyway, I picked out a book, Teach Yourself Yoga. My parents were both teachers. They never ever tried to dissuade me from reading anything. However, my mom was skeptical. It's not your normal book. You sure that you're gonna want it? Because it might be a month before we come back and you're able to do it again. And I said, no, I wanted it. And I proceeded to teach myself yoga. The asanas mostly at the time, but I was also interested in the meditation and in the breath work, and I tried it all. And I stayed with it, surprisingly. I would go after the initial excitement wore off, I might go several weeks, I might go a month, maybe several months without visiting again, but I always came back to it my entire life. I always came back to it until in the 80s, it started becoming a passion. I had read Paramahansa Yogananda's book, Autobiography of the Yogi, and got a complete picture of yoga, that it's not just postures, it's not even just breath work. It is a path to God realization. And I got back then they offered it as a mail order correspondence. And I got monthly correspondence from the Self Realization Fellowship, which was Paramahansa Yogananda's fellowship. And I learned the breath work, I learned the meditation that they offered. I thought about at the time going all the way and becoming a monk at the Self Realization Fellowship, actually being a Swami, which is the same as being a yogi, except a yogi is just anyone who practices yoga. Guess what? Most of you guys here are yogis. If you're doing breath work with me, if we've talked about meditation, you're a yogi. So, anyway, I always kept learning more and more breath work. when my father passed away, I decided that I wanted to um, see if I can make a living doing breath work and teaching meditation. So I got my final certification. A Swami is someone who is taking vows within a yogic tradition or Hindu or Vedic tradition. Yoda says, I'm a Yoda yogi. You are a Yoda yogi. So now we're going to do some breath work. And we're going to do triangle breathing. I think you guys done this with me before. This is when we breathe in for a count of 4. We breathe out for a count of 4. We hold the breath on the exhalation for a count of 4. So we're doing a triangle. Breathing in, breathing out, holding the breath. A lot of times we hold the breath on the in breath. This time we're going to hold it on the out breath. We're also going to do that ujjayi breath, making that snoring sound. For those who are new, you're literally snoring. For those who are new to breath work here, we are literally snoring. We're making this sound. But very subtle. If someone were to say, can you imitate? Can you do an impersonation of someone snoring very lightly? The in and the out, that is what you want to do. Jamie says, what's your thoughts on the importance of proper tongue position posture? It depends on the breath itself. Some people place it a heavy emphasis, even for meditation, to have it in that right spot, right roof of the mouth, behind the front 2 teeth. I'm not as strict. It's the breath that matters. However, the tongue actually, when you do that, it's actually a mudra. It's an energetic seal. So it has a very significant, but I only emphasize it in specific breaths. It's a great question, Jamie. Willa says it's cool how you kept learning it. Thanks, Willa. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to do a guided meditation afterwards. We're going to do the whole thing as a guided meditation. So I'm going to ask everyone who wants to participate, close your eyes. Let me know when you're ready. You can just give a thumbs up or ready or yes, or get on with it, please. Quit talking so much. Good night, Big Al. Let's see. Willa's ready. Vern's ready. Awesome. Kat says yes. Nightmare says ready, sir. Tandra says Amanda is ready. Okay. So close your eyes. Notice your breath. Thank you, Chris. Notice your breath. Don't control it. Don't try to change it. Just notice it. Note where you're breathing from. You feel it at the tip of your nose, your breath going in, your breath going out. Do you feel your belly moving? Or are you breathing in your chest? Are you breathing through your mouth? Wherever you're breathing, just notice it. And now make a shift. And start breathing through your nose, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your nose. Put a light focus on that point in between your eyebrows. Very light, very soft gaze. What we're going to do is breathe in for a count of 4. We're going to note that silent pause. Just note it. We're not going to linger. We're going to exhale for a count of 4. And then we're going to hold our breath on the exhalation for a count of 4. If you like, on the exhalation, you can lightly clasp your nose shut. It does deepen the relaxation response, but it's entirely up to you. So I'm going to ask you in a moment to take a breath in and to let it go. And then on the following breath, we're going to do the count. So breathe in, natural breath, release it, and breathe in through the nose for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold for 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold for 3, 2, 1. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Our last breath, we're breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. And hold for 3, 2, 1. Relax, eyes remaining shut. Breath goes back to normal. And just notice the breath again. Follow the breath all the way to your heart center, right in the center of your chest. You might even feel your heart beating right now, very slow, very relaxed. In this space, sacred space of the heart center, there is a natural light, and it's the light of who you truly are. This is the light of manifestation. This is the light that you share with the universe itself. And you can extend this light, which is synonymous with love, to whomever, to whatever you wish to send this love to. You create out of love. You create as love. You create for love. You're creating your life moment by moment, breath by breath. You are just sending that light out and you're receiving light back every breath. When you're ready, open your eyes. Hello, Specs. So when you are ready to join, let me know how everything went. I've always enjoyed triangle breath. Spec says Abigail. Spec says beautiful friends. Nightmare says, thanks so much, Yogi. You do such a great job at teaching breath work. Thank you, Nightmare. Specs says, Yogi, with the hug. Thank you, Specs. Willa says, thank you, Yogi. Helps a lot. I'm not stressing as much now. Calmer, thank you. You are welcome. And Willa, remember that the snoring breath, the ocean breath, that is your companion. You can do that anytime through the day. It's a great, great stress reduction, stress reductor, stress reducting. Bert says, great breath exercise, Yogi. Much appreciated. That helps reset me, sir. Awesome, Vern. I'm glad to hear that. Chris says, it was great, except my dog Tristan wouldn't leave me alone. Dogs are excited when we do breath work. They do start to calm down. Same with cats. I don't always meditate with my cat, but I did today. It depends on what she's doing. If she's sleeping on my bed and she doesn't respond, I won't chase her off the bed. Sometimes she sees me getting my meditation cushion ready and she'll jump off the bed and leave the room. Other times she'll just sit there, and I don't have it in me to chase her off the bed. That's up to her. But if I don't chase her off, she'll come up to me during my meditation and she's all over the place. But as my meditation deepens, I sense her calming down. And then by the end of the meditation, she is right there with me, meditating. It's a beautiful experience. Kat says, Yogi, I had to force myself to come back. I couldn't feel my body. That's the power of breath work, especially when we combine it with a guided meditation at the end or the beginning sometimes. What I want to do, and we'll do this tomorrow because I'm going to wrap things up in just a little bit. I want to do some self-inquiry with you guys. Wonderful way of going into a meditation, or you can just do it by itself. And it is literally asking yourself some important questions without expectations of an answer. Who am I? What do I want? What is my purpose? What am I grateful for? And we dismiss any answer that we get. Spec says, you were here cuddling me and my kitty cat. Cat says, it was almost in another place. He says, Tandra, I'm shot girl. Breathing keeps us alive. Oh, Yogi says, what does that actually do? It takes us from the sympathetic nervous state, which is the fight and flight state, to the parasympathetic state, which is the rest and digest. So it decreases our stress, decreases our anxiety, makes us very restful. It lowers the heart rate, it lowers the blood pressure, it improves our respiratory health, it focuses the mind, and it becomes a meditation. And this is pranayama, which is the cultivation of prana, which is life essence that we all share. Everything's made of prana. So we are cultivating that energy, which is a very subtle energy. It's also the fifth limb of yoga, which is pratyahara, which means withdrawal of the senses. We spend all of our days from the moment we wake up, even when we're asleep and we're dreaming, it's an outward focus. Always an outward focus, the busyness of the world. This is our opportunity to shut down and turn inwards just for a little bit. It's a great question, Tandra. Thank you for asking that. Let's see. Specs had asked how Yoda was, and Yoda says Specs, I'm better now. Tanya says, T, that was the first time I've ever done it. So, okay, Tanya. How was it for you? This was the first time. I didn't realize this was your first time doing it. Spec says, when I took yoga in college, that lady had a triangle. She would always ring, and I loved it. Yeah, I don't have a triangle, but I have a gong, and I have two bells. I have my love tutor. You guys heard me use the Love Tuner before. I have a tuning fork. This is instant meditation. This is tuned to the was it the 432 megahertz, which is the vibration of love. So it becomes a meditation as well as great for respiratory health. Good little meditation tool. So that's great, Tandra. I'm glad you did that with us. Thank you so much. Hey, Carl. Carl says, good evening, everyone. Good evening, Carl. Johnny Cash is here. Hey, Johnny Cash. Bird says, I'm slow. Speck says, look, it's Johnny Cash, Man in Black. Speck says, oh, I love you, Yoda. You're safe and cared for. Absolutely. T says, Yogi, how's the Yoga Nidra course? I was talking about that today. I'll be honest. I am not up to date with it. I wanted to review it and take my test. I don't know why that's, of all things, I keep putting it off. Right now, I'm about to begin a course, advanced, this is from the Hatha Yoga Pradikapa, which is an ancient yogic text, and it is advanced pranayama. So I will be introducing some of that shortly. I'm always, every day, I'm doing courses on advancing my yogic knowledge and other stuff. I love doing somatic practices. We did that the other day. The hugging, the hand skating, those things that you could do with your fingers to arrest anxiety and panic attacks. Just tapping right on the thumb. And then putting a little bit of pressure right on the sides, just a little bit. All right, my cat's saying wrap it up, which I will. Sorry, I missed some stuff here, guys. I'm going to see if I can catch up real quick. Josh says, I need that rough love. What did I walk into? Quick says, my cat looked right at the TV. Hello, kitty. Willow says, sorry, you have to be honest there. I couldn't do that. Some noises just send me, I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. That's okay. I just can't sometimes. I don't like noises. But thank you for letting me know. We will not do that again. How are you with bells? Because we do ring bells a lot. But if you're here, we can avoid that. He says, Yogi, do you think Yoga Nidra just isn't for you? No, I think it definitely is. Because I love practicing it. I know I've had my doubts if I could teach it, if I had the voice to guide someone into that state. Nightmare says, believe in yourself, Yogi. Thank you, Nightmare. I appreciate that. And I've mentioned that to you before, T. I don't know. I don't know if I do. So I'm going to read something real quick, part of something before, and then we're going to wrap things up. This is the Aramaic, the original language of Jesus, spoken. This is the Beatitudes, just the beginning. Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those that mourn. Blessed are those that mourn, for they shall be comforted. Blessed are the meek, for they shall inherit the earth. Blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, for they shall be filled. Not going to go on. I think many of us know the Beatitudes, Sermon on the Mount, right? That's the original translation from Aramaic to Greek to English. But How do you think it sounded in Aramaic, the original language? An entirely different meaning here. Happy and aligned with the One are those who find their home in the breathing. To them belong the inner kingdom and the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who are refined in breath, for they shall find their ruling principles and ideals guided by God's light. Torn to the source are those who live by breathing unity. Their I can is included in God's. Healthy are those who devotedly hold last to the spirit of life. Holding them is a cosmic ruler of all that shines and rises. That's just part of it. How different is that? The Christianity we think being practiced has nothing even remotely in common with the teachings of Jesus. How many Christians you know, and I don't mean to put this down as, I'm not being condescending towards Christians. How many Christians practice daily the Beatitudes, the Sermon on the Mount? Who literally live the Sermon on the Mount? How many take Jesus at his word when Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is within? And yet we live our lives as if heaven is someplace we attain afterwards. Tanya, is Amanda? You know what? That's a good question, Tanya. Is Amanda still holding your breath? I should have said. I did say, okay, guys. I did say that we were done breathing, right? We didn't leave Amanda hanging. Vern says it's the day before yogis. Yep, we're gonna have a big celebration for Vern. Speck says my heart is happy and alive. That is awesome. Speck says Nightmare, I believe in you too. Let me go up here. 4. Tanya says at the beginning I was breathing from my stomach. At the end it was from my chest. If that makes sense, it does make sense. Here's the thing, Tandra. There's no fast and set rule of what should happen and what shouldn't happen. Generally speaking, you want to be relaxed at the end. You want to feel as if you've left some stress behind. If we're breathing for sleep, you want to be ready for sleep. Now, were you breathing? Were you breathing through the nose? You actually want to focus more on breathing from the diaphragm, breathing from the belly. The next time we do breath work, I'm going to talk more about that ha sound breath, the ocean breath, because that's a valuable breath that helps all the other breath work. But I'm so glad you joined in, Tandra. I'm so happy that your heart is happy and alive, Specs. Josh says, my birthday is in like 308 days. It'll be here before you know it. Bells are not bad, not the best, but I just scroll down when you ring it every time. I just scroll down so after you're done, go back like nothing happened. Okay, and I will make sure to let you know. Spec said that's so cool. Bird says, yay, me and Yogi. Yep, we're going to celebrate. Nightmare says, oh, I bet I forget. I'll write it on my fridge when's the actual date. What's the actual date? We got some rainbows from Lucy. Thank you, Lucy. Bola says, thanks, Yogi. You're welcome. So, man, I just love that even the beginning, happy in line with the one, are those who find their home in the breathing. How different is that from, blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven? Happy and aligned with the one are those who find their home in the breathing. Also has the Lord's Prayer. We all know the Lord's Prayer. O Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. This is how it was originally said in Aramaic. O birther, father, mother of the cosmos, you create all that moves in light. Man, highly recommend it, by the way. Carl says, good night, Carl, my friend. I'm going to say good night, too. Guys, I got to get to bed. Oh, your fifth nephew. Congratulations. Spec says, I'm so excited, I bet. Willis says, most noises are fine. There's some noises I just scroll down and then come back up. But it's all good most of the time. It's all good in your life, so wouldn't worry, Yogi. Well, thank you for that. But I do want you to be comfortable. Lucy says, good night, Yogi. Good night, Lucy. Spec says, I am that way with smells. Some smells give me migraines, and even if they smell good, I can't smell them. Interesting. Yet some, we all have so many different types of triggers. Danny says, good night, Yogi. Good night, Danny. Spec says, good night, Yoda. Spec says, Danny. All right, guys, I got to wrap it up. I got to get to bed. I will see everyone later. Emma says, your star sign, Taurus, right? I don't know what my star sign is. I know I'm an Aries. Other than that, I don't know. Vern says, until next time. Thank you, Vern. Hey, thanks for joining in with the breathing, Vern. Chris says, good night, everyone. Will says, night all. Tandra says, bye, Yogi. Bye, Tandra, my friend. Tandra, I am holding a vision for you. Literally. Every day, I am holding a vision for you of what we're going to accomplish. Kat says, I'm a weird to you, my friend. Emma says, good night, everyone. Thanks for the stream. Thank you, Nightmare. I appreciate you guys being here. It was nice. Pretty low key. Bert says, you're welcome, Yogi. I enjoyed it, sir. Thanks. Tanya says, thanks. You are welcome, my friend. I'm excited for you. I'm excited for all of you guys. Big things are going to happen. T says, namaste, T. I will talk to you soon. Take care, my friends. Love you all.